Hey everybody, this is Charlie Musselwhite, and you're listening to Athena After Dark. I ain't lying. Thank you, baby.
Hey everybody, welcome to Athena After Dark. If you're watching this, we have successfully mastered a different program, at least to start. Okay, so it was an incredible time at Sturgis. I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to Tony and Woody and Marilyn at the Buffalo Chip, Jeff, so many people that made me feel extremely special. Thanks to the crew at Harley Davidson for inviting me to be the ride captain. It was totally awesome. And if you haven't been to Sturgis, you need to go. All right, so I'm going to start out by saying that we took a sabbatical because we had some technical difficulties with regard to the streaming service that we used. So, of course, being the only two here, we had to learn a new way to do some things. So we're giving it a shot here. Today will be a short show, but next week we'll be back with a guest, all kinds of stuff that I figured buttons out, and now I'm showing Don. So yay for that. Okay, let me start out by saying, I'm at a loss for words because it's been so long since I've seen you all. I miss you all, and I love you all. Don't look at me. Look at the camera. Don's back to producing the show. So we're having fun. I came back to a full shop. I answered my phone while I was in Sturgis. So we have an O2 and O3 Springer Road Kings in here that need whatever they're laughing at me again. Springer Heritage Softails. I know what I'm doing. There's like 15 bikes in this shop. So, okay, 2 Springers, a Road Glide that needs a map. I'm in the middle of putting a twin cam motor back together, and then we're doing an Evo motor and a panhead motor. So, and then people are calling and the phone's ringing off the hook, which I'm not complaining about. However, I have to get out of having fun in Sturgis mode and get back to doing work in the shop. So I'm excited to say that we're here. If you're seeing this, again, we've made it. I'm not in my pajamas tonight because this has been an absolute clusterfuck trying to get all this shit together. We're in our studio, so you'll see the backdrop change. We're going to add some pieces here and there and decorate and get us a nice view from behind us. Gotta careful how I say that. From the Vagabond Studios, yes. So
until somebody goes ahead and sponsors it.
Right, until our first title sponsor, and then it'll be their studio. All right, so we had a great time in Sturgis. One of my closest and dearest friends, Miss Laura Clock, she was the Grand Marshal, and she made the Rapid City Journal, right? So she rode in the parade.
Let's see that picture.
See the picture. Can you see the picture? I'll put a picture up.
She looks
next
awful
week.
wet.
She was soaking wet. It was 52 degrees and raining when I got there. So she rode the parade. She was a Grand Marshal. It was so awesome to see. I got to be with her family and hang out with the kids and her dad and a lot of her friends, which are now my friends. And I'm so grateful. I had a blast with Tex, got pulled over. I'll have to tell you that story. Well, I guess I could tell you that story now. Harley Davidson gave me a new Road Glide 2023 CVO with the variable valve timing. Of course, Don had to give me a week-long lesson on how all of it works so that I could change modes and do things and give an honest review, which you'll see in Cycle Source magazine coming up in the next couple months, next month or two. So I went and picked up the bike, went back to the house where we were staying, and said, hey, you want to go over to the Iron Horse? Want to go see everybody at the Cycle Source show going on? And he's like, yeah, sure. So we went over there, got to see some stuff. On our way back, we got pulled over because, well, although our bikes were at a complete stop, neither one of us put our feet down. It was a good time. The police officers were very nice and kind to us, and Tex was throwing shit at him. He's the MC, or he was the MC for Monster Jam, and he's doing MC work now. Hopefully he'll be the voice of Sturgis next year. I'd be happy to see that. And he's an awesome pinstriper. And then there was Nicole and Crystal's mom, Crystal's friend Shannon, and then Billy, who let me stay the last night at his house so I could make it to the airport. That was really cool. I'll have pictures. We have some pictures tonight, which I'll get to a little bit later because I figured out how to get them in the computer. So on this program. And if all this is working, you're watching it now. I can't see the comments. We don't have this TV set up yet, but we will be putting comments in when they come up. And I haven't shown Don how to use that part of it yet. It's all good, all good. We're having a good time. Yeah, and can I just tell you, the city of Sturgis, they have the coolest people that work for the city. Mayor Mark, who is absolutely a gem, he was kind enough to make sure that we stayed fed. We had a good time. He allowed us to go on his pub crawl, which if you haven't done it, you have to go on the mayor's pub crawl in Sturgis. The Flying Piston Builder benefit was absolutely fantastic. We had a great turnout, a lot of money raised for all bikes, all kids bikes, and the little tiny Strider bikes. Boy, there were some cool custom ones. I was really impressed, hoping to get one. Miss Marilyn says I can do one next, so that'll be exciting. They were so kind to us, and everybody who came out, it was a fantastic morning. I couldn't have enjoyed a better breakfast with better people, that's for sure. And then we got to go Monday and see Miss Laura. She got to announce up in the tower on Main Street for Sturgis 83rd. So she's the third woman ever to be the Grand Marshal for the 83rd Sturgis rally. So that was pretty cool to see her in her glory. I enjoyed it so much. She was kind enough to share her spotlight with me. So that was awful neat. I enjoyed it. And tears, of course, there were tears here and there because I'm so very proud of her. She deserves everything. I got a chance to help her put on the front fender to the Helping with Horsepower bike that the kids did at Abbott House. It needed a couple of more jewels, bedazzled Diva Amy crystals. That's what we'll call them. Diva Amy had given her old Diva Glide to Laura, and she brought it over to the Abbott House, and the kids got to redo the whole bike. It had a lot of miles on it. I think like 100 and some odd thousand miles. So it needed a whole once over, and they had a great mechanic, and it turned out beautiful. I was there for the unveiling, and that was after the Biker Bells ride, which was absolutely phenomenal to see all those motorcycles in the mirror as we're riding down through the canyon. It was absolutely a joy. The Moto Maiden had the show, and there was so much stuff. Jesse Combs Foundation was out there. They had the little booths set up where you could go learn about leather making and resin work and welding. It was absolutely fantastic. I met so many cool people. Yeah, and then Tuesday night was the Baker Burnouts. So that's an awesome event. That's at the Iron Horse, also with the industry party for Cyclosource. And Wednesday morning was the induction to the Hall of Fame. So I want to shout out congratulations to Chris Callan, who is now a hamster. And he's also officially an inductee into the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum and Hall of Fame, along with Jay Allen, Roland Sands, Scott Jacobs, and then Donnie Smith got the Lifetime Achievement Award, and Burt Monroe. Yeah, that was a moment for me. And then Burt Monroe, of course, got the Gone But Not Forgotten Award, and I forget exactly what they call that. I apologize for that. It was cool because Kiwi Mike presented it, and Burt Monroe's granddaughter was there to accept the award along with the Streamliner. So that was amazing. And then after that, it was a good day. While I was there, I got to learn how to ride a sidecar. Thank you, Miss Laura. I got to drive the photographer around on Monday, Brian. He has an exceptional eye, and he's a very talented photographer. I can't wait to see what he does in the motorcycle world. And then Wednesday night was the Baker drag races. Can I just tell you, that is some of the most fun you'll have in Sturgis. It's free to get in. Everybody brings their bikes. You have to be suited up, and you can race up and down the drag strip. Lisa Baker was out there. She must have cooked, 400 sliders for everybody on the barbecue. Bert was getting all the racers ready, and their daughter, Michelle, was absolutely all over the place doing all the stuff because she puts the event together. T-shirts, free swag, so much stuff, and it was so cool. And then, well, we got cookies at the gas station because they only make these certain cookies during the rally. They're to die for. And then it was off to Rapid City to go ahead and catch my flight back, which I really enjoyed myself, but I was really glad to be home to my honey because, boy, howdy. Oh, babe, you're amazing. Just wanted to say. Yep, he made sure everything here didn't just burn down to the ground while I was away. So we have some cool stuff coming up. We have Smoke Out coming up September 7th through the 10th. We'll be there. Don and I both will be there. I'm taking him. Even if he goes kicking and screaming, he's going with me. And then we have Biketoberfest. After that, there's the High Seas Rally, which I won't be on because I get seasick. So I'll be waving at everybody as they leave from the dock. And way more cool stuff. I'm so excited that actually we got this thing going. The streaming service before, boy, how did they mess us up? And I really missed you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this. We're going to show some pictures. Okay. So would you say, honey? You can say it out loud.
No, you're good. You want to
Okay.
pictures?
I'm ready for pictures.
Let's have some.
Okay. So the first one is me and Walt. And then next to it is me at the Mayor's Pub Crawl. Again, if you haven't been to the Mayor's Pub Crawl, it was awesome. We went from bar to bar to bar. Everybody was dancing and having a good time. And the mayor was with us. Mayor Mark is super cool. His staff, all the city folks are amazing people. Okay, so then the next picture, I got a photo. These were my little souvenir photos. I got me and Wonder Woman. She was raising money for a children's charity. And then the Bud Girls with the Clydesdale. That was at the Iron Horse while they were doing Vintage Days. That was really neat. And then the third one, well, of course, the mayor's dinner. Boy, howdy, did we eat good. Because if you're in Sturgis and you're not staying in Rapid City or Spearfish or anything like that, it's only rally food. Or the Conoco gas station, which one has really good subs and then one has really good food all night long. However, in town, you're getting chicken wings, sausages, hamburgers, all that stuff. So that was really good. And then, of course, I told you I got to learn to drive a sidecar. Miss Laura put me on her Indian with the sidecar, and I rode it around one day. And then I got to drive Brian around on Monday so that he could take pictures that they used for the city stuff and some of Laura's promotions. And then my favorite part, in the garage, because the first couple days it was like in the 50s and 60s and it was raining on and off. But I got to help Miss Laura again put the fender on the Diva Glide that was donated for the Abbott House. They did a fantastic job. Next week, I'll have the QR code and all the information so that you can go ahead and buy your tickets. They're going to sell tickets until the spring, and it is worth it. Absolutely fantastically worth it. And then, of course, the picture next to it is me and Miss Laura on the last night at the Baker Drags. I was so glad that she came out with us, her and the Big Cheese and Miss Nicole and Crystal. And we actually got to hang out with Miss Carly, her daughter, and that was awesome. I got to know Miss Erica, her other daughter, and her friend Eric that she works with, one of her employees. Great people. I just can't even tell you enough how excited I was to just go ahead and do some different things. So, all right. So I'm back. Hey, Don managed to push the buttons. He's doing so good. I threw this whole program at him like 10 minutes ago. When I say 10 minutes ago, I mean 10 minutes ago. I said, here, babe, push this button, that button, that button, because it's been a real crazy time. So with that said, I want to remind everybody that it's important to take a little time, stop and smell the rubber. I don't know, however you want to say it. Don's making faces over there. Did you see me look over there? Because he's making faces.
Oh, well, let's see something.
Did we mess up?
Playing the game? Oh, look at that. Gee whiz.
What are we doing?
We're checking out the chat.
Oh,
So,
we have
Robbie
chat.
DeFazio is I Miss Rocky. And
Robbie. Yeah, Rocky
Ron
was
Clark
there.
loves you. And where's
Aw.
the pictures of me, damn it, Robbie says.
I'm getting there.
And Tim Rain says, hello, Athena. Good to see you in Sturgis. Happy time in Sturgis. Biker Rogue.
It was so good.
Rogue is there.
I love it. You guys are so awesome.
Jay Perry, hello there. Welcome home.
Hello. Thank you, everybody, for the welcome home. You guys are great. And so many people that watch my show, I was really, really thankful. And so many people made it a point to come up and tell me that. So now all I got to do is get you guys to start sending in pictures and your 5 good things. And we're going to talk about that. You can send all that stuff to athenaafterdark@aol.com. We'll have the little things up next week. I'm working on it. Don's doing good. So
Keep pushing the button.
he's pushing the buttons. He's doing a good job. I'm so happy. And it was good to come back and be with my kids and the grandkid. Everybody who has grandkids knows that's like amazing stuff. Yeah. So what I want to tell everybody is make sure that you take time out. It's important, even if it's just for a little bit, to take a walk, have some sunshine, dance in the rain, whatever your thing is, do it. Because like honestly, we did it all in Sturgis. I hope to see a bunch of people in Salisbury for the smokeout, and then at Biketoberfest. So I'm doing my best. Next week, I hope to have the video of Miss Maggie's Southern Inn in Daytona. It's a bed and breakfast. Now, mind you, usually for the rally, she's booked up. But if you're going to take a vacation anytime in Florida and you want to go to Daytona, you have to go to her bed and breakfast. We'll be staying there this year for Biketoberfest, but it is absolutely a dream, and she is so cool. Then we're possibly putting together a little party, so I'll let you guys know about that. All right. And then, of course, for me, it was petrifying because my dear friend Christine, she lives in Maui. All her family is in Maui, and she was stuck in Sturgis and couldn't get back to Maui. Everybody's safe there on her side of the island, and we're grateful for that. Our hearts, love, thoughts, and prayers go out to everyone who has been there, suffered the worst, been through it all. I mean, we really, really, really do just love you, and we're sending stuff. Everybody is banding together, which is what we do, because when bad things happen, we all come together and we show our true colors, how much love and support we have for one another, even when we don't know each other. So that's a good thing. Pretty much after that, I want to say, don't forget, it's important. Spread your sunshine, even on the rainy days, right? Remember to be kind to yourself and others, because it matters. And I'm so grateful that you guys have been patient and keep coming back for more. I'm excited to go ahead onto this next chapter with our new streaming service. There's all kinds of these buttons you can put intros and thises and that's, and supposedly it flows seamlessly. I won't know for real until I go back and watch. Don seems to be doing a good job though. And let me tell you, boy, was it good to come back and get off that plane, and I got right to my spot, right in his arms. I have this spot where I fit when he hugs me, and my head just goes right in the spot. So it was the most incredible thing. I missed him terribly, and I cried, but I didn't really cry. Don't tell anybody I cried. Just a little. I cried a little. So I can't thank everyone enough. Miss Laura, you're watching. I love you dearly. Thank you for sharing your wonderful family and friends with me, and I'm grateful for everything. And for everybody that I saw in Sturgis, it was so good to see you. And I hope and pray that you all have a wonderful, wonderful August and September. See you maybe October. Remember, if it gets really cold up north in the winter, our new shop, we have a huge yard. So you can bring your trailers down. You can stay here, hit the Keys, hit the West Coast, hit Daytona, whatever you like. We can have a big old powwow down here all through the winter. So anybody wants to come, you come and visit. Okay, so I'm going to put it to a close and say this successfully happened for us. And next week we'll have a guest. We'll have it well put together. And I'm so grateful. And just remember, I love you all, and be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. It really matters. All right. Thanks to our sponsor, Techno Research. Thanks to all of you who watch. Thanks to Harley Davidson for letting me have that gorgeous bike to ride on the Biker Bells. Thanks to Mayor Mark and all your staff for treating us so kindly. And what did you say, honey?
Woodrow.
Oh, yeah. I said Tony and Woody and Marilyn. I said that in the beginning. Oh, and Vicky and Tony Pan. It was good to see you. Karen and Bill Davidson. Ken Osterman. I was glad to see you guys too. And David Ewell. I love your paintings. Fantastic. So make sure you guys definitely come back next week, Monday, 10 o'clock. I'll be here. Go to the website. Send emails. Send your pictures. Send all your stuff. I'm excited for this new chapter on our journey. All right. I love you guys all. Have a great shopper week, and I will see you next Monday at 10 p.m.